Our editor-at-large Yusuf Erim is at the Munich Security Conference, and he spoke to the Palestinian Prime Minister Mohammad Shtayyeh, who emphasized the need for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Here on the final day of the Munich Security Conference, the war in Gaza has been one of the top issues for discussion. I'm joined by the Prime Minister of Palestine, Mohammad Shtayyeh. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Inside your dialogue with the many participants here, do you feel that the Palestinian issue has received enough attention?
Well, I mean, you know, this is Europe, and the Europeans, for them, the main focus is Ukraine. But Palestine now is a center of political gravity. All eyes are also focused on what Israeli is committing the crimes in Gaza and in the rest of the Palestinian territory. So yes, Palestine has been given good attention, and also we have seen frequent travelers of international leaders, whether Secretary Blinken, European leaders, everybody has been to the region. And unfortunately, we wanted all leaders to call for immediate ceasefire. Some of them have been saying that, others have not. And there are certain players who have been asking Israel to continue its aggression against our people. This is something that makes us extremely unhappy, angry, and not satisfied. And our message here to the conference is that this war and this aggression against our people should stop. So yes, there is attention, and there is a feeling that there is a need for ending the conflict, and there is a need for a solution. There are certain people who look at cosmetics. We want them to look at the roots of the problem. The issue did not start on October 7. Palestinian suffering started in 1948, and the cycle of violence keeps repeating itself, and we want to put an end to the conflict, not only a ceasefire.
Following October 7th, we saw many Western leaders pledge unconditional support to Israel. U.S. President Joe Biden, EU Commission President von der Leyen. But now we're slowly seeing that unconditional support rolled back to conditional support. Do you think the West is beginning to understand the disproportionate use of force and wanting to distance themselves a little from what's going on in Gaza?
Not only that, because these people, they started to realize that Israel is really committing genocide, that Israel is killing for the sake of killing, and that Israel has not achieved any of its goal except destroying Gaza and killing the 28,000 Palestinians, injuring around 70,000 Palestinians. That's all what Israel has achieved. And therefore, I think these people are very embarrassed to continue supporting Israel unconditionally. And there is also a serious pressure from the European public. In the streets of Paris, London, everywhere, the international public is putting serious pressure on their leaders, and this has led to a shift of positions, because maybe some of them, they were hoping that this might be there for 1 week, 2 weeks, and now we are in 130 days. And the atrocities that Israel is committing is very serious, and now Israel is standing as a criminal country, standing trial in front of the International Criminal Court and in front of the International Court of Justice.
One last question. What's the way forward? What's the next step?
The next step is to end occupation. The next step is that these sufferings of the Palestinians should stop. The next step is that the international community should call upon Israel to end its occupation and to end its atrocities against our people. We need an immediate ceasefire.
Thank you very much, Mohammad Shtayyeh, Prime Minister of Palestine. We're going to continue our coverage here from Munich.